Top 10 Best Bakeries in Copenhagen. Copenhagen is an expensive city and its best pastries aren't cheap. Instead of counting my pennies, or in this case Danish kroner, I had to let go of our financial inhibitions for 6 sweet days. While Americans refer to laminated pastries as danishes, Danish people call them wienerbrød in deference to their Austrian roots. 1. Heartberry. The temptation to order one of everything is real at Heartberry. This Copenhagen bakery is a mecca for fans of sweet treats and savory breads. Despite its Frederiksberg location slightly off the beaten path, Heartberry is far from a hidden gem. Crowds descend upon the bakery every day for one main reason: a hunger for excellent breads and pastries. After joining those crowds twice, I can confidently call Heartberry the best Copenhagen bakery. It was also the friendliest, coolest bakery, the one with the highest it factor. I loved every pastry I ate at Heartberry, but the cardamom croissant was the standout. This laminated pastry was an overachiever thanks to its flaky, buttery, sugary layers and hints of cardamom flavor. 2. Lil Bakery. With its long wooden tables and fresh flowers, Lil Bakery is a happy place for pastry fans and their friends. Located in Reefshore, just 1 kilometer from Noma and literally around the corner from Bucolic Mass, Lil Bakery is in good company. Despite its seemingly simple offerings, the little bakery holds its own on an industrial island that's morphed into a culinary hub and hipster haven. A duo of owners first garnered attention in 2018 when they opened Lil Bakery with crowdfunding assistance via a Kickstarter campaign. Not novices, the twosome learned the ropes at 108, Noma's now closed sister restaurant. The cardamom bun gets our sweet vote while the sausage roll wins the savory race. 3. Collective Bakery. The pastries at Collective Bakery pair well with coffee, but they're equally tasty on their own. Collective Bakery feels like a Copenhagen fixture with its sleek space and sophisticated array of pastries. Instead, the Mirabelle Bakery, opened since April 2021, is one of the newer bakeries in town. While Coffee Collective was high on our coffee radar when I arrived in Copenhagen, I weren't aware of the famous Roasters Bakery operation until after our arrival. Thank goodness for on-the-ground research. Otherwise I would have missed out on some of the city's most creative pastries. 4. Juno The Bakery. Swedish baker Emil Glaser worked at Noma as well as in Japan, Monaco and France before he opened Juno The Bakery with his Danish partner Nina Skigelo. Originally operating in a small space, the culinary couple moved the bakery to a spacious Osterbro space that sports a patio and 10 tables. Despite its seeming simplicity, Juno The Bakery's kardemomsnurr is the bakery's most famous pastry and the one that best blends Swedish tradition with Danish ingredients. 5. Sex Bakery and Eatery. Despite its cheeky name, Sex Bakery and Eatery stands out from other top bakeries in Copenhagen since owners Jan and Monica Povlok never worked for Noma or any Noma-related restaurants. Unless you're lactose intolerant, ordering cheesecake at Sex Bakery and Eatery is an absolute must. The bakery is cozy and encourages to what the Danes would call hygge. It's the perfect place to lean back with some of their pastries, a coffee and a book. 6. Mirabelle Bakery and Eatery. As its name suggests, Mirabelle Bakery and Eatery serves more than just pastries, but its pastries, among the best in Copenhagen, are smashing. I wouldn't expect less from a chef who formerly cooked at Noma as well as at Ferron Drias El Bulai and his own Michelin-starred Rella, both now closed. Chef Christian Pulizzi has impressive credentials that simply can't be ignored. The same goes for his cafe, which serves fresh sourdough bread, a huge range of house-cured Italian-style charcuterie and fresh mozzarella produced with Danish milk. Mirabelle's Neurebro Cafe is a stylish spot with a funky tile floor and several outdoor tables. At night, locals convene to sip Negroni cocktails and eat heaping plates of pasta. But, since pastries were our primary motivation, I ordered a special hazelnut croissant, a double-baked hazelnut beauty with house-made hazelnut spread, chocolate chunks and caramelized nuggetine. The Hasselmod croissant sounds excessive, and it was exactly that. It was also flaky, crispy, sweet, but not too sweet, and divine. 7. Andersen and Maira. Andersen and Maira is a fairy tale destination for pastry-loving coffee drinkers, and not just because one of the owners shares a name, albeit spelled differently, with Copenhagen's most famous resident. While the 19th century Hans Christian Andersen gained global fame for writing The Little Mermaid and Thumbelina, the modern-day Hans Christian Andersen has achieved local notoriety by roasting coffee. But it's Noma alum Milton Abel who completes the Andersen and Maira story with fanciful pastries like the cafe's popular, eye-catching chocolate-filled chocolate croissants pictured above. The two come together with a signature espresso-glazed croissant that combine the best of their two worlds. During our first visit at the original Mirabelle location, I paired the cafe's signature espresso-glazed croissant with espresso-based flat whites. It was a good move. 8. Rondo. Open since June 2021, Rondo may be the newest bakery on our Copenhagen bakery crawl, but it held its own magnificently. With a commitment to using locally sourced, organic ingredients, the corner bakery shines with its selection of freshly baked sourdough bread and inspired pastries. Bags of flour fill the simple Mirabelle space, but breakfast buns and focaccia are the main attractions. Since my visit was in the morning, I got a morning bun, not to be confused with a breakfast bun, with an abundance of sugar crystals and subtle flavors of orange and cinnamon. I highly recommend Rondo's morning bun. 9. Myersberry. Now owned by Logismos Myers, Myersberry has a Noma connection of its own. Klaus Meyer, the prolific pioneer of the new Nordic cuisine movement, opened Myersberry in 2010, 7 years after he opened Noma with René Redzepi in 2003. I only ate one pastry, Ahoy Kanelsnegel, and I loved it. 10. Bakery at Benji. Bakery at Benji has made a splash since it opened in February 2021. This success is nothing new for Rasmus Christensen, a sourdough savant who was Noma's head baker for 2 years. New but not a secret, Bakery was practically sold out when I made it to the front of a late morning queue. Unlike the young woman in front of me who literally teared up at the sight of an empty Spandauer rack, I happily ordered an apple tart, without crying. Eating the sponge-like tart was the opposite of a tragedy thanks to ingredients like Danish Ezelte apples, tonka beans, Piemonte hazelnuts and whipped creme fraiche. While the Bakery at Benji's Spandauer looks smashing on Instagram, our appletot tasted delicious in real life and was an enjoyable change of pace from the layered pastries sold all over the city. Thank you for watching.